I think now over the last 5 years, it's become such a huge part of our DNA and huge part of our ecosystem that it's now just part of our employees' life cycle. That again speaks volumes about the experience that we've had with Betterworks. Flexibility has always been important at Arcesium, and over time, it's become even more important. Part of the reason comes from the way our business is structured itself. So we have distinct business units. For us, flexibility matters a lot because each business unit has its own nuances. So Arcesium generally has an overall philosophy when it comes to performance management, but we also realize that each of our business units have their own needs. And we understand that our leaders know what's best and what's right for their BUs as well. The system that we used to use before Betterworks was more aligned to KPIs. But 5 years back, we realized that we want to move to a more OKR-based philosophy. And the reason for that is we wanted to ensure that there is transparency, there is visibility, there is alignment across the firm for all of the big, audacious goals that matter to us. And we wanted to make sure that we had a system that is able to support this philosophy. So Betterworks platform is extremely intuitive. It's easy to use. It provides all of the flexibility and autonomy to the employees. And it's the same from an admin standpoint as well. Eventually, as we started working with Betterworks, the whole support ecosystem has been phenomenal. So that's what's kept us in, along with what got us in. It's important for you to know what every other business unit is focusing on. It's important for you to know what the whole firm is focusing on. And that's where having firm-wide OKRs created, having employees get visibility into what those firm-wide OKRs are, having them understand where we are progressing on firm-wide OKRs really helped build this enterprise-wide mindset. What we realized over time was as we used OKRs predominantly as our goal management system, we wanted to build in greater accountability using OKRs itself. So while earlier our questions used to be more about, hey, talk about your accomplishments, talk about your contributions that you've done for the firm, for the team, for the organization, that moved more towards, tell us about how you've achieved your OKRs this year. Tell us about the impact of the OKRs achievement on the firm, on the team. As part of the process of creating OKRs, one of the guidelines that we give to the employees is unless you have a very specific reason why your OKR needs to stay private, all OKRs by default will be public. Because it's important for Arcesium as a firm to build that transparency into the system. So tomorrow, if I need to know that, hey, what is leader X up to? What matters to this leader? I can go on the system, figure out what the goals for that leader is, and I can see how they've been progressing on that OKR. It also means that I can now put my hand up for any goal that looks interesting to me. That, hey, I think this strategy team is doing some amazing work, and I think I'd be able to contribute to this goal. From an organization that used to be sort of shy to getting to this point where we speak about it each quarter is huge progress for us. We will try and highlight what's happening in each of the departments so that, again, the whole firm just feels connected to each other. So through Betterworks, the fact that we've enabled those quarterly conversations, it makes sure that for a manager, providing that feedback to their teams is part of their job. Because what happens sometimes is that all our managers are also managing their businesses. And it's easy to sometimes forget that giving feedback to the employees, making sure that they're staying track on their goals, helping them out if they face any challenges with achievement of their goals is also a key part of the job. And that's where, from a systems standpoint, Betterworks just integrates it as part of their day-to-day job. The upward feedback portion helps them understand what do they need to do better. So in the past, we had heard feedback that our managers need to do a better job of giving feedback. So we've done multiple training sessions, and post that, now when we look at our upward feedback scores, we see that the feedback scores for feedback itself has gone up. The metrics that we track are completion rates, like what percentage of employees have created goals, what percentage of employees have finished their quarterly conversations, what's the year-on-year increase in our upward feedback scores? And those have gone up. If you're able to link Betterworks and if you're able to link each employee with what skills and competencies they need to move to the next level, and hence what talent development OKRs will get them to that next level, it would then mean that from an employee standpoint, this isn't just performance management, it's also career development and growth, and it's engagement. It's had a mindset cultural impact. For us, building that collaboration across teams, across department is still a focus area, and we'll continue working on that. But I know over the years, we've gotten really good at it. And the fact that we have goals that employees across the firm are able to see, and there is such brilliant transparency around it, helps build that mindset. So in terms of just visibility, transparency, it's given our Arcesium the much needed system support for that. Second is alignment, not just to your team, but being able to build that alignment to the firm-wide objectives as well is something that Betterworks has been able to help us achieve.